Alright. Hopefully this game can be slightly more interesting solo than Uno was. I haven't taken too much of a break. I just caught up on my Twitter. I always feel like this game must be too loud. Seems like it overpowers my voice. I'll have to drop down the volume once we get in game with this incredibly long loading screen that always accompanies me starting the game. Oh well. For a second there I worried that I had forgotten to switch the game that I was playing. If there's anything further from Uno, it would probably be this. Alright. Volume. Why is there no master volume? Oh. Let's hope that this is sufficient. Alright. Now then, let's see if I can remember the controls. That's block. And there's dodge. Alright. I think I'm all set. I don't remember. I don't think I died at the end of the last one. Alright. Heavy weapons. Let's go. That was a very simple backstab. Ah. But it didn't... That feels like it did as much damage as a normal attack would have. Although I guess the backstab damage is actually dictated by a specific item. So perhaps backstabs with heavier weapons aren't as useful? Let's see. I feel like I... Ah, yes, that's my parry. And my number keys are abilities. I believe this empowers my next attack. Right. There was a boss that I didn't think was very suitable for a heavy weapon. Well, maybe I just had a poor first attempt. Ah. I probably should have interpreted that as a AoE attack. Oh. Yes, I'm not a big fan of the second boss being a poison-type boss. That seems unnecessarily cruel. Oh, at least it's easier to attack from behind with a partner. Is there a poison meter somewhere on screen that I'm not able to see? This boss is far more difficult than the first one. Its attack animations are also incredibly vague. It's hard to tell when she's about to attack and not, and where those attacks are going to hit. Feels like there aren't enough healing items this early in the game to take on a boss like this. Did I reach an area that I'm not supposed to be in? Perhaps I should change to caster again. Lewis, I sure hope you don't die. Yes, I think I will switch back to caster. I don't think I am quite good enough at the game to be able to fight with this weapon against an enemy this early. Alright. Well then, back to the more simple times. Let's see. I don't believe I have anything else to my setup that I need to change. It seems like everything went back to normal. Ah, but now I can re-equip this and turn into Santa once more. Why is it that my... What are they, emblems? I don't remember what they're called. They're fairly low right now. Let's see. Yes, I do want this weapon. I think they were called emblems. But I have a maximum of 30, yet for some reason they started at 10. Well, guess I'll have to go into the fight with 26. Just bring out the gun. Now then, hopefully this fight will be ever so slightly easier this way. Ah, there's my souls. Alright, I already dealt as much damage to her as I did in the entirety of my fight last time. It's a lot easier to dodge someone when you're hitting them from range, too. Oh. I sort of thought that that would have a better tracking, but I guess not. Alright, I need to regain my... I do very much like how regaining emblems works in this game. How you actually have to get into melee distance. Because it makes it a bit less of a cowardly style of mage play from the Souls games. No. Why is that the first option? I wonder, should I maybe have chosen Ranger instead? The gun uses less emblems. I forget what they're called. Alright, and probably I should stick to using this attack. I feel like it probably just deals more damage per emblem cast. I got hit by a ranged attack that I did not see. Oh. I think that one? Lots of poison all over the place. Ah. Okay, she launches a tracking attack. Ah. Okay, well, time to regain some emblems. I wish I had realized that was a prone damage state rather than a preparing for an attack state. Oh, I couldn't even roll through that. Interesting. Let's see, I don't actually have any practice with the... what is it? Ranger, so I will stick with Mage and just hope that Lewis is able to take care of this. I've just now looked over at my stream for the first time, and I do see that the frame rate is once again suffering to a unfortunate degree. Oh, the enemies can parry. Interesting. Oh, and I can't because I'm bad. Oh, I guess I'll just go rest at the missile now. That was a fun experience. I guess I just don't have the parry timing down just yet. Well, I'm just going to run into this boss a few times. See if I can't defeat it. I think the only solution to the frame rate issues that I'm having with my stream is to get a better PC. Lewis, come on now. I don't want you going into this fight at reduced health. Oh well, so is the way of things. I know this is a map flower, but it does truly feel like that should be a respawn point. I wonder if they figured it made the game too easy. Why does that deal so much damage? I feel like I probably just shouldn't use my other spells. That one deals so much more damage. Sure, it's a bit shorter ranged, and its recharge time is far longer. But I don't think that those detriments make up for the fact that it does far more damage. And I don't even have to be anywhere near the enemy. I do feel like I am playing on easy mode, but it's not too much shame in that, honestly. Alright, now I need to regain my spent mana, or emblems. I don't remember what they're called. Alright, just got her to the halfway point. I believe that was her entering a vulnerable state again, as well. Oh no. Oh, at least she didn't apply venom that time. Here we are, here we are. Ah! I didn't even have time to fall down. Thanks, Lewis. Alright. She is very dangerous right now. Her attack patterns are so difficult to read. Perhaps I should switch to this weapon. I think it regains emblems slightly faster. Ah! I attempted to roll out of that, but I wasn't able to. Oh, apologies, Lewis. You keep sacrificing your health for me. I feel like if I stayed further away and kept using my health to revive him, this fight would be going a lot more smoothly. Okay, so you just have to stay away from that ability. This is a thoroughly more difficult boss fight than you would expect from the second enemy. I feel like having a poison type enemy for the second boss feels a bit extreme. Maybe if it was a confusion effect, but it's so severe. Ah! We're so close. I'm just going to stay at a range and cast my piddly spells. There we go. Lewis? Oh, my partner. I thought that was her name for a second. Lois. PETA, I'm a butterfly. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, G-Sock.
あの人間は俺たちのもんだ。力ずくでも。人間はものじゃない。彼女たちには平等に生きる権利がある。この偽善者どもが何が平等だ。餌にして何が悪い。人間どもを守ってんのは俺たちレブナントだ。俺たちはどうして墓場から叩き出された。誰のために何度もクイーンに殺された。のたうち回るほどの血の乾きはロストに落ちるこの恐怖は一体誰のためだ。全部人間のためだろうがよ。だったら俺たちに血で奉仕するのが人間どもの役目だろうが。だからって人間を好きにしていい理由にはならねえだろう。レブナントには平等に生きる権利はないのかよ。俺たちだって好きでこんなこと。それだけあれば一月は持つはずだ。ちょっと待てよ。それってその代わり二度と俺たちの前に現れるな。次はないぞ。お前まさか赤剣の。しばらくは節約生活だな。別に気にすんな。なくなったもんはまた探せばいい。終わらせてみせるぞ。いつか。
The morality of this game is very odd. Alright. Oh. I didn't actually expect to be defeating the boss that quickly. That's fine. Well then, I did get... What is this? Haze. Right. I'll just put it into levels. I'm going into an unknown area. I don't want to potentially lose the boss haze. Oh, oops. Did I get anything from defeating that boss? Any items? I don't remember if I did. I got a new core? No. Passive abilities. Still don't know what focus is. A weapon, perhaps? I don't think it's sorted by new. I think it's sorted by types. No. Well, maybe I got something from that. Okay, there is a path forwards here. Interesting. I would like to switch back to heavy weaponry. I do enjoy that playstyle, but I think this might be the most efficient one to play with. It's just a bit easier. Normally in a Dark Souls game I would attempt to force my way through with a heavy weapon, but I feel like it's not quite so easy with this game. Ooh. Those were some interesting artifacting. Oh, everyone's an animal.
保護シェルターの事情に詳しい奴がいる。そいつに頼めば人並みの生活は保証してもらえるはずだ。そうすればレブナントの鍵に怯える必要もない。献血程度の血の提供は必要になるが。
何よそれ。そんな都合のいい話信じるとでも。
必要な情報はその紙に書いてある。どう生きるか決めるのはお前だ。
どうして。
これ以上誰かが犠牲になる必要はない。それだけだ。さあ、先を急ごう。
The voice acting in this game is very good. Quite like it. Although the game is fairly cutscene heavy. Can I talk to you at all? Or are you just stuck back here? I
レブ
can.
ナントなんてみんな同じだと思ってたけど、あなたたちみたいなのもいるのね。ありがとう。
Oh.
助けてくれて。
あとは彼女次第だ。
Oh, Lewis, do you need to get in here at all? No? Alright. What a bizarre contrast to have such an ornately designed elevator lowering me through the least maintained shaft I have ever seen. Is there a secret down there? No, it looks like it's just death. Are you talking about the elevators? That seems wildly outlandish. Or are you talking about the tunnels? Or are you talking about the lights in the tunnels? It's entirely unclear what that was that meant. I'm assuming it was just a piece of environmental dialogue talking about the elevators. But it seems wildly impractical to have elevators like that installed around by the government just for the sake of lowering yourself into these incredibly nondescript tunnels. What was the purpose of that tunnel? I guess introducing us to a new area while making it feel diegetic?
ここもすっかり変わってしまったな。
大崩壊のあの日から何もかもな。変わらないのは俺たちの見た目くらいだ。
I wonder if I can get Yakumo on my team instead of Lewis. He seems like he would be better for tanking. Lewis seems more of a hybrid DPS type character.
俺のせいだ。
ルイ、何か言ったか？
いや、どうして俺は。これはまさか俺の。
Did you drop a little bit of your soul there, Lewis? Just slip out? Well, time to enter the, for some reason, shared dream world. Ah, I thought that was a wire running along the ground.
もう今日の講義は終わったのか？
クルスは起きてるかな。
ああ、今日は気分もいいみたいだ。早く行ってあげな。はい、面会書。
ありがとう。
Frame rate seems slightly more stable now.
未知のものが多すぎて頭がみちみちだそうだ。
出た。教授のダジャレ。
実験早く終わるといいな。具合は大丈夫？
なんとか。 イのお姉さんも見てくれてるし、大丈夫だよ。
Seems a bit early to be revealing this sort of character backstory.
ルイやみんなが応援してくれるから頑張れる。それより学校の話もっと聞かせてほしい。
ルイ、今日も早いね。学校は休みなのかい？
ああ、教授たちも研究にかかりきりなんだ。クルスの具合は？
そうだな。拒否反応を抑えるのに難航しているらしい。本来なら面会は許されないんだが。
そうか。いつもありがとう。
Interesting how they messed up the lighting at the beginning of that scene before I entered the door.
クルス、大丈夫か？
私頑張るから頑張るからそばにいてね。
Hello, Mitz. Welcome to the stream.
クルス、俺にはできない。
私を止めて。お願いお願い殺して。
俺には。
This was about Lewis's regret, so does he regret not killing her? Or does he regret letting her die? Oh. I guess that was dramatic. I didn't realize what was happening. I'm going to say he regrets not killing her based on this evidence. I'm also going to assume that she became the queen that is mentioned a lot. Seems like a fairly important plot development to be showing us. Based almost entirely on context clues. Ah, that's his sister. I could tell by the voice acting. Yes, she probably became the queen. Oh, I'll talk to you first. Yep. I thought that would be revealed later. But I guess I was just picking up on the context clues that were supposed to be there.
この当時何があったのか俺は知らないんだ。レブナントとして目覚め
You weren't in any of those flashbacks. What are you talking about?
たくさんの
Oh, were you the researcher?
この当時何たくさん
Okay. Possibly. Maybe he just wasn't shown for some reason. Or he was in the catastrophe scene. Or he was just another bystander who happened to have been there.
きっと目を背けたかったんだろう。クルスの暴走を防げなかった俺自身と、そのせいでたくさんの人と姉さんまでも犠牲にした罪から。 血類の源流を確保し、安定的に血類が供給できるようになれば、レブナントを血の渇きから解放できる。そうすればシルバによる血類の徴収に苦しむこともない。人間も安心して暮らせるようになるはず。これはけじめなんだ。自分の過去に対するせめてもの。
だったらもっとシャキッとしろ、シャキッと。終わらせるんだろ、この地獄を。心が後ろ向きじゃ前には進めないぜ。
ああ、分かってるぞ。
Yes. Unrelated to what just happened, I was thinking about what my schedule should be, and you two, GSOC and Mitspun, are my most consistent viewers. I was just wondering at what times you're most available. Are the current times that I'm doing suitable, or are there any other times that may potentially be better for either of you? It's just something that I was curious about, if it's information that you think would be helpful or that you would want to share. Then, I wonder why there was a shortcut earlier when we're now in a completely different area. Oh, I thought he was actually warning me about something that was imminent. No, he just wanted to tell me not to fall off the massive edge. Oh. Maybe it was this thing that he was warning me about. Very good design. Alright, I see. Ah, they were coming from above. Right. I guess that's good information, so I probably shouldn't stream too much later than I am now in that case. Or perhaps I should stream for longer periods of time. Oh, I thought that was... Is this an area that I can drop down onto? This looks like it could potentially be a... Yes, that looks very much like a secret area. Ah! With a very violent and dangerous enemy waiting for me. I was not expecting to instantly die. I guess I am a ranged character, so I shouldn't be getting in that close to the enemy. I wonder, is that what... Is this just going to loop back around? Did I find that area in the wrong way? I doubt it. That seems like a... Oh. That seems very much like a secret area, and how you would find a secret area. Very similar to the, drop-off points in... Oh. In the... What is it? In the grotto from Dark Souls 2. Let's just draw him closer to us. Ah, that was a stagger. I probably should have taken better advantage of that. Alright then. Continuing on. Oh, you're a ranged character. Oh, I guess that's fine. Yes. Also, I was pondering further upon, I believe it was your suggestion, GSOC, that I do ASMR. I was wondering what sort of content would be the best for that. I'm not the best at improvisation, so I could read stories or something similar to that, or some other ideas that I had were wiki entries, I remember Nyanners did a similar stream quite a while ago where she read Dark Souls wiki entries, which I think would suit my style fairly well. I should remember that I am using a medium weapon, and that will not stagger things fairly easily. Alright. Ah, there's two of them. Oh. Fortunately, this one's rather weak. I should probably be able to finish him off with another one of those large magic attacks. There. Well enough. And I should just be able to finish. Oh! That was a very large amount of damage in a very short amount of time. I sort of assumed that he would only be able to attack once with a weapon that large. Yes, that was my intention there, G-Sock. I was planning on doing it in more short-form video-style formats, so it's more easily consumable. Potentially more shareable, that sort of idea. I was trying to go for the backstab there. I didn't think his attack would hit in a 360-degree area around him. Okay. His back is up against the cliff. It's very hard to get in backstabbing position against him. I'm still on very low health as well. Ah, good job, Lewis. Oh. Okay, I thought there was something behind us that he was warning me about. Ah, come now. Where's the backstabbing radius? Oh, I found it. Not that it particularly matters. There was also a very large amount of blood vignetting on the screen. That is an enemy. I assume if I had the graphics higher, that wouldn't look like a square of fire. Ah, it looks like it's better now. Can you go get that, Lewis? I don't have the health for this. Alright, well, you'll revive me if I die, so it's fine, right? Ah. They sure are a fan of enemies around blind corners that have no right to exist. Thanks for the res. Perhaps I should be slightly more careful. This game does very much enjoy tricking you into running straight forwards into an enemy trap. It's as if every single enemy encounter is like the giant skeletons from Dark Souls 1 that attempt to kick you off the ledge. I remember there was a path back this way that I avoided exploring. I dropped down here. I don't know if that was the end of the path, but I don't think it was. Seems like a very unimportant path to have. Yes, it was just a side diversion. Yes, like I thought, it comes out on top here. I suppose this is the better path to come down. It provides you with a bit more perspective. Yes, I was wondering where you were going to be. Well, Lewis is about to die. I think it's about time to head back then, if there's no missile nearby. Come now. Ah. I am hoping that there is a missile nearby. Okay, we can probably take this on. I was sort of hoping that you would not do that. Oh well. Ah, is this a shortcut? Secret area? Hopefully this leads me back to a missile. Doesn't look like it. Oh. I'm not ready for this. Please let me escape. No. Yes, you look far too fancy for me to defeat at this point in the game. Well, I have a fairly simple route back. I am very glad that there is text for the environmental dialogue. That was absolutely unnecessary, Lewis. Does he have the focus points or whatever they're called? Or can he just cast magic with impunity? Alright. Now there was another one that came from behind, but I don't see them. I know there was this one that came down from up above. But as long as we know that he's coming, it's fairly easy to kill. With the landing stun. Ah! Hello, friend. That was unfortunate. I was hoping not to get hit. Alright, now, do I take the bottom path, or do I just move along? Because I feel like if I take this top path, there was the ambush up here that was waiting. Will they drop down and attack? Or are they uninterested? Looks like it. So I can just move around to the side in that case. Oh, there is a path down here. Have I traveled this path? It doesn't look like it. I don't see footsteps on it. Ah, so I have found a secret, judging by his environmental dialogue. Is this a shortcut? Hopefully I don't get too lost. I would like to get my haze back. Where am I? Oh, this is a secret path that is attached to the secret path. Interesting. Okay, this is the drop down. I feel like this should be unlocking a shortcut. Oh. Don't scare me like that, Lewis. Take the ladder like a normal person. Oh. And I'm assuming this is the one that dropped the last time, but didn't drop this time. Let me use my backstab. Okay, I guess it wasn't, since that is a bottomless pit. Was all that for a regen inducer? That's a fairly basic healing item. Huh. Well then. This was a thoroughly uneventful secret area. Yes, I don't think there's anything else here. And then, I guess back this way then. I don't want to aggro all of those enemies. Not much to talk about during all of this backtracking. Oh, is that the Golden Gate Bridge over there? Looks like it. Perhaps this is supposed to be set in Apocalypse San Francisco. Why did I take... Oh, right. Ranged attacks. Well... Why do you walk so slowly? Oh, did he not see us? We were right in front of him. Oh, fortunately he's not particularly intelligent. Neither am I, apparently. Oh. Oh, hello. Lewis, are you around? I could use some backup right now. How did that hit me when I was behind him? Oh well. Lewis is probably taking care of this. Ah. Yeah, Lewis is doing pretty well. Oh. I'm back to 0 healing items, but somehow that ended out fairly well. I'd have preferred not to have fallen there. Oh. In his attempts to get away, he only doomed himself. These enemies are very good at falling off of cliffs completely unprompted. Come now, lower your shield. Attack Lewis now. There we go. Alright. Now to get back to where I was initially. There's been a whole bunch of backtracking going on. Fortunately, Lewis is still very healthy right now. Oh, the boxes remained destroyed. Interesting. Okay, please don't jump again. Lewis, you can do better than that. That was one of the most telegraphed attacks I've ever seen. Oh, so is that. This game has no confidence that I understand when I'm at low health. What screen fade is... I wonder if there's any way to disable that, actually. I would be very curious. Alright, well, back to the ladder. Please don't die here again. Lewis! Please don't get me. Lewis, attack him. Lewis has a lot of trouble with enemies who are walking forwards. There we go. Alright, time to collect my haze, and then not come back down here for a very long time. Ah, welcome, Moody. Yes. Lewis was the one that allowed me to defeat the boss that I was struggling with at the end of last stream. But he did that by standing there and allowing me to hit them from a distance with ranged attacks, so... It's questionable how intelligent you have to be to do that. Ah, hello, enemy. Thanks for saving me there, Lewis. I guess I won't talk poorly about you anymore. Ah, This looks like another map.
気になるな。
Useful. Oh, very useful. This is a very complicated area. And there's also just a random enemy there. Can I get around to the side? How do you get to that point? Ah. It looks like there's a path that leads around the side there. Ah, you probably must approach it from below, though. If I... Oh. You just could not hold... Oh. Lewis, please resurrect me. Thank you. Alright then. Well, I guess these two areas are connected at the very least. Ah. By a one-way road. Of course. How did he get back so quickly, then? Perhaps I'm misunderstanding the map geometry. But I thought I was on a much higher area. Is there anything down there? Does not appear so. Well, here's the path that I was looking at on the map earlier. So that's fine. That's probably very good. I wonder how it is in comparison to this. Knight Spear +3. Well, it's better in practically every way. Ah. It just weighs a bit more. And it doesn't look quite as gaudy. So that's a heavy plus. Alright. Should probably pay attention to what these items actually are. I'm just picking up consumables and basically ignoring them. Although I find I hardly ever use consumables in this type of game unless I have played it extensively and know when and where they are most useful. Thanks, Lewis. Please don't focus on me. Lewis is much more physically intimidating. Well, that move just forces them to fall off the nearest cliff. Rather comically most of the time. Well, this is an unexplored area. I don't think I particularly like the idea of falling into a dead end. Where did this item come from? Did I just miss that? Or was that dropped by an enemy? Oh, but I also don't like the idea of coming into this sort of situation. Perhaps I can pull out one at a time? If I could lock onto anything, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Yes, it looks like that is a possibility. Lewis, where are you? Lewis, why are you stuck all the way back here? Are you good? Do I need to push you all the way over to the enemy? He's stuck blocking right now. He's just sliding around on ice. Okay, I'll see if I can't bring an enemy over to you and get you unfrozen. Come on. Made zero sound while he was doing that. Lewis. Lewis. Please do something, Lewis. Maybe getting hit? No? Lewis. Okay, will you resurrect me at least? No? Lewis? Okay. Lewis, you're close to getting replaced. Can I replace him? Oh, I can. Okay, let's get Yakumo in here and see how he does. I'm fine with switching him out for a little bit. Oh. Oh my. Well, he already looks cooler than Lewis at the very least. I don't know. Perhaps I just say that because it's something new. Okay. Oh, he has very heavy hitting attacks. Ah. Uh-oh. The camera was not functioning very well. Yes. It's probably is better to have him around. Ooh. I just looked over at the test screen to, yeah, it's, I'm gonna stop moving for a little bit. Perhaps the choppiness will stop if I just give it some time to settle. Okay, animations seem to be playing out pretty smoothly. Yes, I like his character design a bit more. It reminds me of the interesting side character that you wish had more focus. The stream is still back to being a bit choppy just from walking around. I think that's emblematic of a CPU problem. Because it's only happening now that I've been playing. Oh. That was very cool looking. But it's only happening after I've played for a little while. Meaning that it's a process rather than an issue. Yeah, I think Yakumo's potentially just a little bit better. Come on. Alright. That was simple. I do have a tendency also to just not have main characters on my team. Side characters are typically far more interesting. Hello. Oh my goodness. That was a massive amount of damage. Alright, well, moving on. Ah, right. There's an enemy around that blind corner. If I were to write a review of this game, I feel like there's an enemy around that blind corner would probably be the leading line. Good job. I'm liking Yakumo more and more. I couldn't quite read what he said there. I was a bit too slow on the uptake. But I heard him say enemies and above. Ah. Probably because there were enemies above us. Come on down. Join the party. Okay. Oh yes, I have already picked up my haze. I thought I had forgotten it somewhere. Oh, hello. Yakumo, you are very strong. I could probably just let him play this game on his own. It does so much damage. This feels mildly unfair. So the lock-on distance is very nebulous. It's also very useful that they focus entirely on me. Lets Yakumo get in some very good hits. Alright, now, can I get you over here without getting the little guy? Looks like it. Fairly simply, in fact. Alright. Come on. Get in there, buddy. Huh. Why doesn't he ever hit with the second slash? I wonder if that's meant to hit additional enemies? Not very clear. Right. Are there enemies around the blind corner? Yes, but they're too far away. Ah! I didn't think that was a gun. I've only used 2 health items by this time. What is that skittering sound? I swear I hear it near here. Wonder if it's something on a lower level that I don't see. It's very difficult to sneak up on any enemies in this game. Is there a walk slowly button? I guess blocking while walking accomplishes that. There we go. Yeah, so I think Yakumo is probably the intended partner if you're playing a ranged character. Ah. Okay. I don't have to go back here. This is the starting area. That's just backtracking. So this is the intended path. And what we took before was the hidden path. Is the spike making that noise? None of the There is a noise. I'm not just hearing things. Is there a secret somewhere that I've missed? Or is it coming from the other side? Am I wearing my headset on backwards? I don't think so. Nothing in there. I didn't even get my second swing in. Right. I'm just going to assume that there is a sound coming from beneath that area. Alright, no paths to drop down onto. Oh, this looks particularly dangerous. I'm not excited about entering this area. Alright. I have not run into any more missile at this point. Also, this... Can you just walk forwards, Yakumo? I don't want to go in there. This looks like a disaster waiting to happen. Alright. Could I potentially rush those fire-breathing enemies? Or maybe if I take that blind corner on the left, the ranged enemies won't be able to hit me. Ah, there is a ranged enemy here, around the blind corner. Can you believe it? There is an enemy around the blind corner. Ah, and another one. Oh my... This area is dangerous. How many are there? So many heavy enemies. Come now, Yakumo. You've got this. Ah, I'm out of healing items. I need to make this life count, then. I'll just support from range. I think the gunshots actually do about as much damage. And they also only consume one of the resource. And it fires faster. I probably just shouldn't use the basic level spell at all. Alright. Oh. Okay, I'll just leave that item then. I don't want to take any more damage than is necessary. Alright, well. Hopefully, there's a missile nearby. There we go. Or is this just a map? No, okay. It is a restable missile, thank goodness. Ah, alright. Well then. I'm just gonna put everything into levels because I still don't understand the intricacies of acquiring skills. And as long as I am baseline stronger, that looks like a boss. Let's explore the rest of the area first. Very thoughtful to have a bonfire so close to where the boss is. Oh, and Yakumo actually climbs ladders instead of teleporting. Okay, the only downside is that I have to once again fight these enemies. It's fine. I have the health to do it. Oh. Stream's getting a bit choppy. Time to stand still for a little while. Let everything set back to 0. It's unfortunate. That was a fairly good fight. The quality also doesn't look the best. My internet connection is not perfect. My computer is fairly below average. It's not terrible, but it's a budget PC from 2 years ago at this point, I think. Still has respectable stats, but it could stand for an upgrade. Come on over. Ugh. Wish those were slightly longer ranged, although I guess that is the trade-off for having roughly equivalent damage. Alright. Please don't come down here. Giant axe enemy. Oh, some acrobatics. Alright. There has to be a way to get up there somehow. Also, I can't help but notice this enemy isn't attacking... Oh, hello. This enemy is not attacking at all. How am I meant to get up there? Is this a drop-down that I can make? No. This wall is in the way. Can I break it? No, doesn't appear so. Can I drop from the other side? Ah. Ah, it's a wraparound. I see. I believe it connects here. Yes. Oh. You have no momentum when falling. You just drop straight down like a brick of lead. Alright. Well, fortunately you're rather simple to dodge. Your attacks are slow and predictable. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. Very nice. Yes. I have also been planning on setting it up so that chat appears on stream. I was looking into how to do that before I started this stream, but I didn't finish before I ran up against the time that I said I would go live, so... Ooh. Are you here, Yakumo? I thought you were going to distract him. It's fine. Yakumo is innocent of all sins. Oh my. That was a very intimidating ground pound. Huh? Garlic flake? Chocolate garlic flakes. That's doubly lethal to dogs. I believe they can't eat garlic. And I know they can't eat chocolate. And I guess it's only half lethal to vampires. Which I guess is the intended meaning. Perhaps I'll look at the item description. There's probably some level of irony in it. Let's see. Chocolate garlic flakes. I assume it's not in consumables then? Where are you? Chocolate garlic flakes. Oh, is there no description? Is it just a trade-in item? That's disappointing. And then I'm just going to assume that it had a witty description about how this is only half lethal to vampires. What do you mean by that? We should find better ground. Is the ground here bad? I don't understand what you meant by that. Well, at least I got a map for an area that I had already explored. Yeah, there's no other reward than a map. Even if I had found that along the progress of this area, there's nowhere else to look. It's just for this area that's already explored and is entirely explored by the time that you would get that map. Although I guess it does point out what looks like an item hidden that I missed. So that's nice. Oh. I guess it was good for one thing. But it was only something that was caused by my lack of awareness. Alright. Well then. I'm once again just going to level up, because I'm going into a boss, and I don't think that's enough haze to do anything meaningful while inheriting gifts. Plus, I don't think I have anything necessary that I want to inherit. Yes, this is most definitely a boss arena. There we go. Cutscene, even. Alright. That's sufficiently intimidating. Oh. He is much larger than I thought he would be. Insatiable deposit. Despot. Not deposit. So he is a ruler of something. Oh! A ruler of this guy, I guess. Alright, don't worry, you got this, Yakumo. I'll take on the small fry, you can actually fight the boss. Aha! Hello. That's a very similar attack to... What is it? This is a bit of a reach, but it's very similar to how the Golem boss in Risk of Rain 2 attacks. Although I suppose a more Souls-centric description is it's very similar to how Nito attacks. I don't fight Nito very often, so I guess the thought just slipped my mind. I also don't think I can backstab these enemies. Alright, Yakumo, if I just bait these guys over here, can you kill the boss for me? Oh, or should I give you some health? Oh no, he's dead. I probably should have healed him. Okay, I wonder, is this winnable even at this point? Especially now that I am a caster that relies almost entirely on enemies tanking the aggro. Yes, there I go. Well, at least I died in an area where it's simple to retrieve my haze. It also doesn't look like my frame rate's suffering too much. I guess I didn't particularly have too much haze to collect anyways. Oh, and he's just sort of sitting there. Can I hit you with spells from here? No, doesn't look like it. Alright, well, might as well hit him while he's distracted. Oh, am I supposed to destroy that before it spawns an enemy? It seemed like that was something that I could potentially do. Ow. That was a lot of damage. Oh. Thanks, Yakumo. At least Lewis brought me back to life when I died. I guess you are strong, though. Well. Let's see if I was correct about my theory. Is this? It is. Okay. You can break the enemy generators. That makes sense. Okay, well I guess I'll continue to break the enemy generators and hopefully Yakumo can just kill the boss. Is there supposed to be a more complex strategy than this? Oh, he's down. This game is teaching me to hit enemies while they're down. This is a far simpler boss, now that I understand how the ads work. Alright. Ah. I was going to mention that that was probably going to be his weapon in the second half of his fight. I just sort of didn't think to. Oh, that's actually a more creative interpretation than I thought. Ow. Okay. Unfortunately, this boss is very simple without allies. This is the first time I've even had to heal. Admittedly, I did have to use 2 healing items, but still. Come now, Yakumo. You can do this. Perhaps I should switch to a heavier damage weapon for this fight. I don't particularly need the ranged. He's a bit too mobile for me to be able to do that. As long as he isn't focusing on Yakumo. Okay, I should give Yakumo some help. He is the better fighter in this situation. Yakumo, can you give me some health now? Thanks. Alright, we did just sort of swap that back and forth. Yakumo, heal me again, please. Yakumo! Oh. I guess he was too far away. Yes, and that boss's second form, his attacks that hit behind him are a bit more difficult to predict. Alright, well, I think I'll call this after I defeat the boss. I still feel like it's still fairly achievable at this point. Incredibly achievable, actually. But I could stand to give my lungs a bit of a break from this. This hasn't been consecutive streaming, but I have been streaming for a fair bit today. Even though I wasn't quite as talkative in my Uno streams as I am now. Come now. I need you to fall down when I don't have a second target to attack. His attacks are so wide. Also, that second dagger stab doesn't even hit anywhere near I would be. Near where I would be, I suppose, if I want to be grammatically correct. Please don't hit behind you. Okay, here we go. I don't deal damage to him when he's in his fancy animation. Yeah, no damage. Oh, I guess I'll just pick this up then. Stop it from being on the floor and taunting me. Ooh, that looked very high damage. Alright. That attack is unfair looking. Yakumo keeps staggering him. Very good. Come now, Yakumo. Here, have some health. There we go. Oh! That attack came out very quickly. Good job staggering him. Alright, are you gonna attack? Alright, I need to regenerate some of my... Okay, I'm just going to, leave this up to Yakumo at this point. He can probably do it. Oh no, I managed to land the killing blow. Ah, and he dropped a weapon that I probably won't be able to use. Alright. Well, let's trigger the next cutscene. And then I will end it for the day. I seem to have lost a couple of people along the way. That's fine, though. I know that G-Sock said that they had to get to class. Oh no, you are still here, G-Sock. I guess it was other people that left. Ah.
それで次はどこに連れてってくれるんだ？どうした？
ここの地脈は旧市街地に繋がってるらしい。
はあ？ちょっと待てよ。地脈は旧市街地からここに繋がってたはずだろう。歌。おい、見ろよ。
Yeah, were none of them curious as to what that membrane was? Or is that just a normal occurrence? Oh, the cutscene's still going on. Alright. I was about to start saying my goodbyes. Is this another boss? This looks like another boss.
あれは。
間違いねえ。
気をつけろ。ハンターだ。
一緒にいる女は仲間なのか。
It's a character that looks suspiciously similar to Io. And also, Lewis. Okay, maybe she doesn't look as much like Io as I thought. Yes, she is. Okay, I guess I'll try this boss then. I'll probably leave after I die once. They both have... Oh no, okay, no boss. Whew. Unless this is a distraction. I was going to say they both had scars on their face. Different directions, but still something notable. Okay, and this is a dead end. If I pick that up, will I trigger a boss? Darkseer. Features many battle-ready gifts, specializing in those that deal with venom. Feels like that should have been the item to get after the venom-themed boss. What do I know? Also very amusing that it teleports you. There's no walking line from where you finish the boss, or where you enter the cutscene. Ah, and there's no way to save here. Oh. I guess this is actually a fairly apt stopping point, since this is a dead end that I have reached. Well then, that's going to be it for today. I'm glad you came along, G-Sock, and also it was good to have Mitspun and Moody here, but I believe they have left by this point. My three most regular viewers. I quite enjoyed myself this time around, and the frame rate wasn't too much of an issue. I'm glad I'll be able to continue streaming this game without having to purchase an entire new PC. That's a pretty big upside to my day so far. But as for now, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for coming along, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.